Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here we do movies, old and new, video game, comics, and animation. I'm Zooey, this is my dad.
Hey, how you doing?
Today we're doing the Flashpoint Paradox from 2013. Dad, tell them about the story.
Well, it's basically about Flash. I think it's his mother's birthday. And, no, it is his mother's birthday, and he wound up having to go, a crime happened in downtown in this city. And he got to go stop it. And there's a bunch of his,
Rogues.
Yeah, the villains he fights against. And then, well, Batman and them come help him. Fast forward through that. Flash winds up going back in time, saving his mom, and it changes the whole world as we see it. So a bunch of new things start to happen, or happen that didn't happen in his previous world. But he doesn't even know he went back and did it. But as we go into the movie, we'll get into it more. What's your thoughts on the movie?
I like it. When I was younger...
Excuse me.
It's okay. When I was younger, you bought this DVD, and we watched it a few times, multiple times.
Yeah.
I just remember it, and just watching it again feels great. I like the animation, I like the story, I like the characters. I like this.
Yeah,
There's no shots.
No, it's good little artwork for us. You know, the cartoon and the drawing, the artists that drew the cartoon. But yeah, like you said, we haven't seen it in so long. And it's still, I still like it from back then. But yeah, the movie's good. You got some characters you want to get into?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My first character is the Flash. I like him. Barry it's clear that his mom's death is still affecting him badly.
Yeah,
especially on her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then just dealing with Dawn saying that little thing to him.
Yeah.
I think that was on purpose.
Of course it was on purpose.
And so he goes back in time, and he's like, at first it was like, great, I have you, but then he saw the cost.
Mm-hmm.
And
Batman told him, I mean, not to cut you off in that scene, Batman told him, don't let him
get under your skin.
Get under your skin. You know, he's known for doing that.
Mm.
But go ahead.
I agree. But it's like he saw the cost, everything happened. Wonder Woman and Aquaman is at war. The world's dying, basically. And he's like, this was not, worth it. So I have to fix it. So he does try. But you do also see the hardships he go through. Like, not when he not able to, get into the Speed Force.
Yeah.
You see he just start crying. I guess it really hurt or something.
I mean, yeah. Like you said, it's a whole different world from what he thought.
My bad, I cut you off.
No.
And you see he's the one, instead of, usually where he's probably the one getting motivated, he's the one stepping up as a leader saying, hey, we're going to do this and this because we're heroes and stuff. Yeah. I like that. What you think of him?
Oh, I love Barry. That's like one of my favorite DC characters and comics too. But yeah, Barry, like I said, being 9 or 10 years old, coming home, finding your mother murdered, I know they got to be heartbroken because you see he came in here in his school book. He had a card for his mother, said "Happy Birthday, Mom." But yeah, I love Barry character, but I mean, I wouldn't mind doing what he did for, a couple of hours, because then,
I think that would hurt more, knowing that you had this whole different life with her. You don't remember? Or did he remember?
Remember at the end he said he remembered.
But I know that even hurts.
Birthdays with her and all that type of stuff.
I mean, I know that probably feels good, but I know that also hurts since you're never going to experience that again.
Yeah, but like when you're in present time, that's like me having kids. And yeah, like I want my mom to see him, but I mean, I want to see my mom too, but am I going to sacrifice my present time with my kids to bring my mom back? Yeah. I mean, I'd rather just have the memories of my mom and live my life with my kids. But is my character now?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what my character. Oh, of course. Thomas Wayne.
Oh, I just was going to say the best for last, but okay.
Nah, my man Batman. I love Thomas Wayne in this. Because like you said, when Barry went back to save his mom, one of the effects was that instead of Batman, the Batman we know, Bruce Wayne,
parents dying,
he get killed. And then both his parents go in total opposite directions. Dad became
similar to his life.
Dad became Batman and mom became Joker. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wish they would dig more deep into that part of it.
You would like to, if you could, you would like the entire number animated movie just to show that.
Yeah, Thomas' position with, and because he beefing with mom because in the scene with Yo-Yo. But
we're gonna get to that.
But yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, I love Thomas. I don't understand it, but I could understand what he going through, seeing your son murdered in front of you, and then your wife becoming the total opposite of what you
stand for,
I guess. And then he become a very bad alcoholic.
He runs the criminal underworld.
Yeah, can't even
be a surgeon anymore.
Yeah, he's so messed up behind that his hands probably can't stop shaking all that drinking that he's doing.
It showed he was very precise at that one scene with Barry.
Yeah.
He got precise again.
But what do you like about Thomas? How do you feel about Thomas?
You said everything about him, but I think he's very cool. I like how it shows that even though he didn't go through everything Rico, he's still like that smarts and stuff.
Yeah.
And medical stuff. I can argue from his experience of being alive longer, plus all this, he might be even more on top of it than Bruce.
Yeah, but he can't fight as well as Bruce because he started so late.
Mm-hmm. But if he had that fighting, he would be better than Bruce.
Yeah.
Barry said one word. He already knew what this illness was and stuff.
But anyway, I don't know if he's better than Bruce because he's a killer. Bruce not really.
And I said he could be better,
as far as his physical talents.
Everything, he's better. He's more on top of it.
Yeah, his brain sharp. Yeah, and he is drunk, and his brain's still super
It's
sharp.
clear that I felt this earlier, first time I saw this, and still I feel it kind of that he kind of imprinted on to Barry, kind of like a father figure or someone.
Yeah, because when him and Barry first encountered each other, all the stuff Barry was saying, he's like, you know more about my son than I do. So I guess that was another thing, this guy knows my son. He can tell me about him, what type of person he is and all that stuff. So I think that's another thing. And then knowing that Flash kind of look up to Batman, he might have similarities to Bruce or how he remembered Bruce. From even though he was young, but little stuff. Also,
I wanted to mention he's a great. You know how they always say Batman can sneak up on anyone, even Superman. He can do that too.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, he real sneaky.
My next character, since you're talking about the father, I'll talk about the son, Bruce. He had
did we even have to use him as a character?
And just keeping as a compare and contrast against.
Okay.
And there's this one great scene that I'm not
going to get to. Say we could have left it to the scenes.
Bruce is Bruce, but I do like his relationship with Barry, showing that I think it's supposed to be mirroring Barry's relationship with Thomas and stuff.
I think they more like big brother, little brother, a little bit. Bruce and Barry, but Thomas was looking at Barry more like a son figure.
I never got the assumption of big brother, little brother. I thought more like, hey, you're all my best friends.
But you still I'm more sharper than you, so that's why I was saying big brother, little brother, because you see how Barry kind of still looks up to Bruce. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying he looked down on him like that. I don't think he looked down on your little brother anyway. He just a little couple of steps behind you until he get on, his level. But
and he had one great scene. And that baller entrance. Who's your next character?
Well, since they ain't really got my man in here, I go with I guess Aquaman. Cause
There's definitely some changes from Aquaman we saw.
Yeah.
Oh, can I bring that up real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, no, I'll bring it up later.
But yeah, Aquaman. I like Aquaman because in this one he's not the second part he's not really all kind of sometimes they kind of make him kind of goofy.
He's not. He's not.
No.
He's too far from that.
Yeah, he hurt, so he going crazy like he had this little romance with your girl
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Got his wife head chopped off.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, his wife got her own head chopped off. She went in there trying to fight that girl, knowing she had no win. But
did she, or is she just blind by rage?
She should have knew she ain't had no win. She posed Wonder Woman God or something. She's supposed.
She's. Huh?
You just you're a good fighter, soldier, but you just the lady to the king.
She must have been. Or go ahead.
But yeah, Aquaman, he's a savage in this, I'll tell you that much. But,
until the end.
All the way to the end.
The end did him dirty.
No, sure, he did the world dirty if it wasn't for the Flash. But, go ahead, what you think about him?
You said most of the things I was about. I think this is definitely more of Aquaman that, I want to bring this up now. I think he changed, like, instead of, him being raised by his father.
Yeah.
On top of land. I think his mom might have.
Oh, in the new world, like he came all the way from Atlantis. Yeah.
Because it's also interesting since I think even if his dad was still in his life, he wouldn't use the word surface dweller. You know how they describe him. Yeah, he's quick to say it.
And then his right hand man is his number one villains in the regular world, his brother and Black Manta. Yeah.
So I guess in this world he stayed down.
Yeah, I guess once that stuff happened with Wonder Woman and that's when it really
took off.
Went crazy.
Or Mara died.
Yeah.
That was being it.
Yeah, that's when he really.
Well, I'm going into my next character, who interconnects with your character.
Oh.
The old Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's different, like I said. I think in this one she stayed on the island. She didn't.
Yeah, she didn't come over. Yeah.
Since she killed Steve.
Yeah, she didn't have no love for Steve.
I liked her. It was interesting to see this more like I guess this one who is mad at Aquaman but still loves him.
They both feel the same.
Hate the world.
Yeah, they both feel the same way.
I feel like Aquaman is more trying to lean toward that hate since he's still.
I don't think so because I don't think he would. He wasn't acting as aggressive as I thought he would. Especially once they got face to face. From a distance, he was doing all that. Both of them was going back and forth. But once they got face to face, it's like both of them was going hard, but they was kind of easing up on each other.
Especially, but anyway.
But she was more treacherous than him. As far as that's I think what they say, a woman scorned. She was. Ooh.
I want to give that to Mara though in that fight, real quick. It has nothing to do with woman. She held her own, I think, since when you
held her own. I guess the fight lasted because it looked like the room was beat up.
Fires everywhere.
But she
chopped her down.
She chopped her head off and put her crown on it. And then went out there and held the head up like, yeah, this is my trophy. Don't play with me.
I just want to say she at least didn't go down like it was like a simple fight, like nothing happened. At least it looked like.
Did Wonder Woman look like she had no scars on? So I don't know. Serious the fight.
I'm just going off what the room looks like. So it looks like
that might have been Wonder Woman slamming her around the whole room by her head, and then just chopped it off at the end.
I think her water abilities could have saved her somewhat.
I ain't see Wonder Woman with a cut. I gotta go back and look. I don't remember a scar being on Wonder Woman.
Like you said, she's a demigod.
The only thing I remember was blood on her sword.
I never said that Mira won. I just said she tried to hold her own. I just want to give her the props she did deserve going off the room.
She got her head chopped off
because
her emotions was all over the place. She should have been mad at her husband. Wonder Woman ain't owe her nothing.
She should have brought the fight to a different location.
No, she should have brought the fight to Aquaman. That's who he was.
I think it's
Wonder Woman wasn't in no relationship with him.
I think she felt something about him.
I'm talking about she don't owe Mira nothing. That's Aquaman old Mirror something. That's his wife.
I feel like
that's his queen.
I think it's like a one-on-one situation where, you know, like, even though they're having war, it's gonna be like, I could never love you or something like that.
I ain't talking about that part. They loved each other. If they would have he would have probably wound up leaving Mirror for Wonder Woman if Wonder Woman didn't kill her. If that fight didn't go down and Mirror just was mad, he might have wound up leaving Mirror for Wonder Woman. But since the fight went down and Wonder Woman chopped her head off and put her crown on, he couldn't look weak in front of his people. That was his queen. So he had to go to war. That's what I think. It was more peer pressure or the pressure from your
what do you have to
your
give
citizens of your city, huh?
I guess he would have to get into that as a king.
Huh? You said what?
No, I'm saying you're right. He would have to give into peer pressure as the king.
I mean, or he was going to lose the faith of his people because he was going to say, we just made peace with these people.
My wife
you and her had some affair. You allow her to kill her, cut her head off, cut our queen head off, and wear her crown, and you didn't do nothing? Man, it might not have been treachery immediately, but they would have been plotting on the king. He looking weak.
Sure. I did like that scene. I always found that scene interesting. So did they love each other, like you said?
I think they did.
By him saying, like, I wish I never could have loved you, and her saying, you never did?
Yeah, that's more just hurt talk.
Because remember at the end, and when the world was basically blowing up, she just decided to hug him and...
Yeah, that's why, she loved him. She was so, like they said, she was blinded by rage. I mean, he was too. I mean, it's complicated, but yeah, she was blinded by rage. They were so messed up emotionally that they was willing to destroy the whole world to hurt each other. That's a Kendrick Lamar song where they say hurt people hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
In the land of hurt people, in the land where hurt people. But
which is I don't know.
Nah, we both. I think what you said was perfect.
Alright. You want to go into another character, or are you ready to go to scenes?
I mean, we got to go to one more main character.
Cyborg.
Cyborg? No way.
Dawn?
Oh
yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Cyborg, he kind of meaningless in this whole thing.
I'm so sorry, I forgot about Dawn.
I mean, he not meaningless because he in the future he kind of like you said, the Superman of the. He worked for the government, he tried to keep the peace.
He's under the government's thumb.
Like Superman. That's what Batman said.
That's what Batman always said about anyone.
Cyborg, yeah, but...
Cyborg, Superman, no matter who it is, you're under their thumb. I'm not.
But, go about Dawn.
Dawn, he's great. He's funny, for one. In a twisted way, he kind of won at the end if Batman didn't do Batman. And...
a piece of shit.
He is that.
He a selfish bastard. But go ahead. I mean, I ain't mean to cut you off.
I found him very assessed.
Yeah, with Flash. He definitely got...
He did a petty thing because of that.
He definitely got alphabet symptoms.
He destroyed your man Barry at the end of that fight.
Man.
And I did find it fun.
He tricked Barry.
And I did like his speech. About explaining how everything happened. You didn't understand.
What did he say?
Talking about, I didn't do this, you did. We're talking about how he said, I saved like a great person.
He said, yeah, you did. He said, you ain't stop John F. Kennedy from getting assassinated.
Or you didn't keep Hitler
in art school. You saved your mom. I'm like, who on some real stuff? Most people, if they lost their mom at a young age, I think that's who they gonna go back to see. They
don't have time to go save this president.
I ain't thinking about no presidents or none of that stuff. Especially if you looking like us and coming from where we come from. I mean, but anyway, I ain't meaning to get all the way over there. But Don, yeah, he was a piece of garbage. Obsessed. He was a super fanboy.
I wouldn't call him that.
He was a fanboy. That man loved Flash in the future. he loved him so much. He did everything like him, so he can be fast like him and be just like him. And then when Flash shunned him, ain't show him no love or something, just like an old fanatic fanboy who was hurt by his hero, he wanted to do everything he can to hurt him. So when he, like you said, when they caught him at the beginning and Batman told Flash, don't let him get under your skin, he already knew what Flash was going to go back and do. That's why sometimes I wonder, but they made that in the movie, so I guess it's not that.
No, go ahead.
I kind of wondered, was that really the Flash going back and saving his mom? Or was that Ichabod dressed like Barry going back saving his mom? But I know at the end of the movie they showed Flash stopping.
No, I'm saying since unless he put in some context and changed his voice completely.
No, what I'm saying is if he just went back and saved her from getting killed, even though he the one that originally killed her.
Wait, so he's stopping himself from stopping?
Yeah, because then it still changes the future.
Dynamic.
Yeah, and it's still going to lead to what he want. But of course, that's not what happened.
Oh, it's never happened.
Yeah.
The villain never wins.
No, I'm just saying that's not what happened because Flash, of course, chased himself down at the end.
The villain did win. Aquaman.
No, I think the people won because Flash.
No, I'm saying until Flash ran back. Aquaman the villain.
Oh, but yeah, I don't mean to jump around. Go to where you want to go at next.
My first scene is I wanted to go to when the Justice League make their entrance. It starts off with Batman jumping through the glass. Says let me just give the scene. So basically, Bond got all of Flash villains to team up at his museum, right? Destroy it, since he hates, he's like ego and all that.
Yeah, because they got the Flash Museum with all the stuff that Bird did for the city and all types of feats.
And he had like this clay that would trap Flash. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
And Flash trapped him, and there was a bomb to it, so they're all gonna blow up.
Yeah, Ichabod, like I said,
he's like, I don't care.
I'm willing to die just to kill you. But go ahead.
And then Batman and the other Justice League arrive, and they each take one of the villains away to a certain area so they can get rid of the bomb.
Yeah.
And basically, they all stop it. One of them freezes the belt on cold so it can blow up. Superman just holds heat waves in his hand. Batman stops Mirror Master, etc.
Yeah.
And Flash basically saying in the museum with Ichabod, he's like, you can't stop it. Since Flash started doing something with his hand.
Yeah, he starts spinning it real fast.
He's like, you can't stop it. We're going to die together.
And Flash said, yeah, you might get all my skill, but you don't have my brain or something. Yeah,
creativity.
Yeah, my creativity.
And he basically drove the bomb away. I think
he brought up so much wind, and when he threw it, it was like a ball. It knocked the bomb off.
I thought shocked the bomb out.
Because it knocked it over and then it blew up over there?
No, it didn't blow up. I thought it...
it just fizzled it out. Okay, short-circuited. Okay.
And that's when, like you said, Ebon said that thing about his, he can't save his mom.
No, he said you can't save everybody.
Not the people.
Yeah, especially not the ones that you love the most.
And then Batman said...
You wasn't fast enough on that day. Yeah, I said, dirty, petty dude. And Flash already knew, and of course Batman knew what he was talking about. That's why Batman said
he's the world's greatest detective.
All the stuff we said earlier, he was like, don't let him get under your skin. That's where Flash came from.
Flash let him get under his skin. He said this interesting thing, though.
What did he say? He said, no, it's nothing I can't run off. Yeah.
So was he immediately thinking about
his mom?
Or was it just like something that, his first time going in it?
No, I think...
Or is something you think he already did and he's just like, I
think he did it before. Like he tapped into it before, but he probably never changed nothing.
So you're thinking that at that moment when he said something, his brain immediately went to God save mom?
Yeah, because he's probably an emotional guy, and then thinking, like he said, I'm so fast now. I wasn't fast enough on that day. I know that goes through his mind all the time.
So you're thinking...
That's probably one of the reasons why he did that experiment, trying to be fast.
And you think that's why Batman said all that? Hey, don't let him get under his skin.
Yeah, he already know, because like you said, that's one of his tight buddies. He know, Batman know everything about all of them, so he know how his mind works.
And so he already knows what he's thinking.
Yeah.
My next scene is Black Manta versus Deathstroke. This is later in the film. Lex Luthor and them are working for the government, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't like us. Why would we jumping all around like that?
Because not every... Oh, my bad. I have a scene before that I jumped past. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But no, we got other scenes. I thought we would go in the order of the movie.
Yeah, these are in the order of the movie. I didn't write everything down.
What, Thomas versus Yo-Yo?
That's why I forgot and I was going back to it.
No.
And so, you want to describe this one? Go
ahead. I like when you...
And basically, so, this is a little after Flash, wakes up in this new timeline. He meets his mom, and she's talking about, you're like a hero like Batman? And it heads over to Gotham, right?
Yeah.
And we follow Batman fighting Yo-Yo, this Rose Harley Quinn. And after a few minutes...
Thomas Batman.
My bad, Thomas Wayne Batman fighting Yo-Yo. And after a few minutes, he got her, knocked out.
How they fighting? He's shooting them guns. I don't know if that's really fighting.
I assume he's not shooting to kill since he needed information.
What? It looked like he's shooting to kill. It just like she blocking them Jones.
I assume it's a train shot.
Yeah, he probably could have hit her if he really wanted to. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
And so basically, there's actually a line I remember for this. He's like, "Where's Joker?" and all that, right?
Oh, when he got the knife or whatever.
I was actually about to get to that.
Yeah,
and she's like, "Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue." He's like, "Let me help you get it off there."
Yeah, he had the pliers or something about to pull her tongue out. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
And then I forgot if she said something to him or something, and he just decided to throw her off from the building. I think she didn't give the information. Oh yeah, no, I remember. She said, even if I did know, I wouldn't tell you. He's like, yeah. All right. And he throws her off the building, and Cyborg catches her. And he says the funniest thing, he said, you should let her hit the pavement. And he's like, you drew her?
No, he said, you threw her?
And he said,
no, she slipped. You should have let her...
No, he said hit the pavement first. You drew her, then...
Yeah. I said, yeah, Thomas, I love it. So when I first seen that scene, I knew I loved Thomas.
And now, I'll let you describe this scene for me. Or you don't remember well enough that I need to describe it.
What scene?
Deathstroke versus Black Manta.
But did we see... I want to go to my scene first, because I think my scene happened before that. Okay. When Thomas met Burry.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
That happened way...
I'm so sorry. That's after the Yo-Yo thing, though.
Yeah, that's after Yo-Yo, but yeah.
You describe this one.
That's why I said you all over the place.
I'm so sorry. I'm off today.
Nah, you good. But, yeah, once Burry, like you said, when Burry said, I'm going to run it off, the whole time, the next scene they show Burry waking up. Mm-hmm. And then he had his office and his buddy that...
Oh, you're going into more detail about what happened. Okay.
No, because I'm about to go to my, when he met Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that happened after, my bad.
Yeah, because then he was talking to his buddy, and his buddy was like, look at these people. And remember, they just locked him up in the past, but he woke up from his nap. He was like, they out of jail already? But anyway, that's when he come out, and he fell down the steps, because he was trying to run and thought he was going to turn into the Flash, but he didn't have his ring. And he fell down the steps. And when he was laying on the ground, his mother came over there and picked him up. He's like, Mom? And she's like, oh, you act like you haven't seen me in forever. Because, last time he seen her, she was dead, and he was like 9 years old. But anyway, he was telling her that he a superhero. She was like, well, like Batman. And that's when I think that he realized, oh, it is a Batman in this town. So once he was figuring out, like, what's going on, he said, let me at least go to Bruce, because, Bruce super smart. He going to tell me what's happening. But when he went there, the house was in shambles. Like, it was boarded all up. It was liquor bottles all over the place. He went down in the Batcave. The Batcave was bare. Wasn't no tech really down there. It was just guns and wine bottles and
bullets,
explosives, C4 and stuff.
And bullets. Don't forget the bullets.
That's what I said. Yeah, ammunition with the guns and stuff. But then when he get down there, he looking at pictures of talking about Bruce. Then you just see a dude punch him in his head. Turn around. It's a different Batman. You got the pokey shoulder blades, the red eyes, the guns. And he keeps saying, Bruce, it's me, Burry. he beating him for a minute. Then that's when he finally say, when he said one more time, say something about my dead son again. And what did he say? I kill you or something.
No, he said I will break out my
surgical
instruments.
Yeah, that's when he.
That made me really believe that if he really wanted to, he can quickly go back to being a doctor.
Yeah, and then while that's happening, with Barry start having a flashback, right?
No, there's no flashback.
I thought he started seeing, like his memory started catching up.
No, that's later.
That's later?
Later.
Yeah, so what happened right there?
He said, that's what made me say, oh, he's very smart. Since in a few seconds after talking about that son, he's like, oh my God. Bruce, the one who died in that alley that night.
Yeah.
Yours is father.
Thomas Wayne. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I thought he seen the flash that happened. But well, anyway.
That's actually one of our next scenes.
So that's when he tell him, man, stop. You say my dad's son name again.
And I'll break out the surgery.
Yeah, and he's like, you got 9 fingers left because I think he already broke one of them.
No, he's saying something about Bruce and now you have 9.
Yeah, he's like, I broke it. So now you got 9 fingers left. But so anyway.
And then they go to my scene, like I said. Let me get back to that. So Lex Luthor and Deathstroke is on a mission for the government. Talking about where Aquaman's DBD is. I don't know what that means. Sorry, some military stuff. And they find them, right? And they're under attack. And it's cool because they have little cameos and stuff. And so they start fighting, right? And eventually they were winning. So Clayface, who was aboard the ship as one of the crewmates, come out and start winning.
Yeah, he's churned back into his regular self.
And then he somehow got split, even though he didn't come back together. Interesting. And then Aquaman.
That salt water dry him out?
I assume it was just magic from that trying.
Oh, okay.
Probably killing him. Just he was like, oh.
Yeah.
Does it hurt when he gets... No, not for him.
I wouldn't know.
Actually, probably would, since that probably is like, feeling you get ripped in half.
Yeah. I assume.
And so, Deathstroke is just taking out everyone who comes towards him.
Yeah, because he working with my man Lex.
Lex got the pistol.
Lex, shooting up everybody.
And then the big dog comes out to play after Deathstroke took down Aquaman's son.
Oh, that's when Aquaman came out?
No, not Aquaman's son, Black Manta's son. Black Manta came out to play.
Aquaman,
Black Manta it wasn't even a challenge.
Yeah, he started shredding them people.
The sword didn't do nothing, the bullets, nothing. He just shot a hole in him.
That other dude that be with Aquaman, what's his name?
Tempest.
Yeah, he did a little work. Then he got killed too. Then.
No, he got knocked out by Deathstroke.
Oh, but he was dead later on.
In the battle.
Yeah, with Aquaman.
Yeah, he knocked out both of them.
Yeah.
And the soldiers dying everywhere he was.
And what happened to Aquaman? Oh, Deathstroke.
Lex sent the signal talking about everything he found out, right? And Aquaman said no survivors. Same.
No, but I'm talking about Deathstroke. Didn't something...
Like I said, he put a hole in his chest.
Oh, yeah. Who the fish eat? Didn't a fish eat like a...
Fish?
a whale or whatever it is. No. I thought Aquaman had the whale do something. No. He did have it do... I can't remember.
Unless you're talking about later, no.
Yeah. In the water when they had the sub or something.
That wasn't a whale, that was the sub.
But I'm talking about, he can't control a sub.
He can.
Who, Aquaman?
You saw his bell turn on that machine. I assume he has bells and whistles everywhere that he can just work all that stuff.
His bell turned on what? When he killed, what's his name?
I assume every...
Adam.
I assume every scale in there probably pull a scale out. Oh, you're powered on the engine or something.
Yeah, but I thought it was something else. I
gotta
go back and look at it.
My next scene. So Barry and Thomas tried the experiment for the first time. Doesn't go well. He gets 3rd-degree burns.
Oh, when he was trying to turn back into the Flash.
And then we get to the part where you talk about showing everything. Yours death.
Oh, when
Thomas and
Thomas passing him up.
Thomas beating Joe Till to death. Martha getting that smile ready.
Oh, yeah, because she holding Bruce. She was crying at first, and then
she held her
laughing.
mouth with that blood.
And the blood wiped it.
She got her smile ready.
And he was looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with you?
And then Thomas and Barry tried again. It was the most. It actually showed me that Thomas had some, he can move like Bruce sometimes. With how he did that flip and stuff.
He can move like he showed that before.
He moved more like the Dark Knight Returns Batman.
So he can move when Yo-Yo was doing all that stuff. He was just moving in. But go ahead.
And so Barry, it's worked this time. So there's a blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sends him flying. And he was gonna hit his spikes in his mana, right, and die. But Barry moved fast enough to catch him and his flask.
Yeah, I like how it showed how it slowed down, the rain drops.
Mm-hmm. And then go back to
show Thomas in the air his drink little canister thing.
Flask.
Yeah, his flask. I forgot where that went at.
I think it's flying somewhere else.
Yeah. And Barry just looking.
I feel like that how it was slowed down and you can't even hear him, but then as soon as you back up, you just go, oh!
Yeah. But by the time it's too late, he done already put him on the ground.
Mm-hmm. But it would have been too late.
Yeah, and he had him in the flask. He said, "You sure are fast."
Mm-hmm. And I want to get to my next scene. My next scene, they free Superman.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know what caused this, but I assume it's the timeline changing. Mm-hmm. Superman did not land in the Kent,
Yeah, that's all they saying. All that happened because of what Barry did with his mom.
That's crazy, huh?
Instead of landing in
somehow the universe programmed him to land
in the farm, he landed right in the middle of
Metropolis.
Metropolis, yeah.
Destroyed everything. It still stays like that.
It was a big old hole.
It stays like that till he was a grown man.
Yeah, he was a grown man. When they looked at the 30 years later,
and that still never touched it. I think they never touched it because they put one of the government secret trap doors or something in that universe.
I don't know. I just probably thought because the blast from that alien ship probably was something they never encountered before on Earth. So
what are you saying, radioactive?
Yes, I don't know if they was trying to test it forever to see if it left any tracks, because remember as you know, they took the plane and him and hid him underground, so that's why he didn't fully develop to the Superman we know.
But like I said, because I remember them, they slowed down, the door opened in where the crater, where it landed, the ship finally stopped, and the door opened to them in the lab. So I assume that's just why they never patched it up.
Oh, that's how Cyborg and Batman and them got in there.
Oh yeah, and one they got in and Batman said, "Where are we? Some type of Suicide Squad."
Yeah. Try to throw that in there.
And so they free Superman, right? He's bony and stuff. He haven't had sun. They're keeping him under that red sun.
Red suns keep him weak.
He barely
They've
knows.
been studying him for all them years.
He doesn't know how to
since he was a little baby, so they know how to keep him weak, and so because they know if that sun get on him, they probably done had moments in there when he was a kid and did some wild stuff. They like, oh no, we ain't letting this happen.
He barely knows how to speak. I mean, he knows words, but probably from just hearing them, but still.
Yeah, they wasn't teaching him nothing. They were just studying him, poking him,
Prodding.
Yeah, trying to see.
They get him out to the sun, right? And the government, they said from orders of the President of the United States, we have orders to kill y'all. Cyborg, being how Superman usually is under the government's thumb, is whoa, we can knock this out. And usual, Batman's nope. And it gets into action, right? Thomas is just firing. They're showing how fast Barry's get back now. Pulling the guns apart and stuff.
Yeah, I actually how that look.
I like that one cool shot. He's running like this, and then his ears. He has it just.
It's bling.
And it just made those sparks and stuff, and it made him angry for some reason. He went.
Yeah, because it almost hit him in his head.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would have been angry too.
So he didn't kill him, and then so they're about to blow up Cyborg and Batman, right? I mean, they technically kind of blew up Batman. They didn't kill him though. But Superman stopped him, right, since he's in the sun, and he just
wiped all of them people out.
Melted them to the ground.
Yeah, he felt bad when he did it.
No, I thought he didn't feel bad. I thought he was more just since, he never did this probably before. Or if he did, it's been a long time.
I thought he felt bad, because he kind of floated away for a minute then.
I mean, he looked at him when he floated away, he said, "Thank you, friends." And then just floated into the air.
Because they freed him.
I assume he just went to the sun to get more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He started feeling his power. See, probably, like you said, he haven't felt that power since, I guess, back when he was probably younger and they let him out of that red
Sun.
But once he went to that sun, I mean, he came back a little later,
I
but
never
he
thought
drifted off.
I never thought he was angry since.
I don't think he was angry. I think he was like, dang,
especially
I don't know
since
I should have killed all.
I assume these are the guards that probably stopped him from
But I still think he got he can kind of feel how people feel. He can hear it and all that type of stuff too.
I mean, even if you was a bad guy, you're still gonna yell in pain.
No, I ain't talking about yelling pain. Like he can hear. Can he kind of hear when people talk and how they feeling and stuff like that?
I don't know if he can hear how they feeling. I think that's more something he learned.
No, he can hear them thinking. Cause remember,
you never hear them thinking.
What? You never hear Man of Steel? And remember, he was hearing everything everybody was saying.
Yeah, I assume that was everyone's talking. And
no, they wasn't talking. They were just sitting there. Well, you say you never watched it. You need to watch it. But anyway, go back to your own thing.
And basically, like you said, he flies off and he come back later. I will get back to that. My next scene is now we're at the battle, right? No, there's one more scene. Barry has a stroke after that, right?
Yeah.
And it's basically, again, him seeing his old life and his new life.
They combine it. Because remember, he was like, my memories combining. I'm forgetting the past, my original life, and I'm starting to remember more of this life.
Instead of, the Justice League fighting Starro, it's just Cyber by himself.
Yeah.
Instead of them being together, it's just regular people. It's not what
it's not the Justice League.
It's not what, I guess, saved the Earth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that time, this is what happened in his original world, but once he switched, this is what happened in the new world. I
find it interesting that certain things like, Starro and stuff still happen, but, it wasn't this big combined force to stop. It was more just Cyborg. Yeah, and probably his renegade team.
Yeah, because Superman was
down.
In the
I'm surprised they didn't use him as a weapon, but okay.
Because they couldn't control him. Once he got onto that sun, what they was going to do? He wasn't going to fly back to him.
They can't nuke him. He can't do anything.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Superman was in there. Thomas is still going through his thing about Bruce. And
he said he never trusted them, so.
Yeah, he never wanted to work with the government. What is the all of the kids now in the Shazam family, they make one Shazam. They don't make each individual.
And plus, the war's happening, so he probably has all his heroes, scurried around trying to help people fight.
And your man got killed before he even, he didn't even turn a Green Lantern.
Who? Oh, yeah, how?
How? I mean, he died in a flight. That's what I'm talking about. He flew into something.
It was Aquaman's ship.
But it looked like a fish or something, didn't it? I thought it looked like it's a whale or something. And he flew in the mouth of it.
He didn't find the mouth of it.
How he died in this jet?
They shot it down.
But he was a bomber. Wasn't it a bomb on it? Yeah.
He was trying. They're trying to get rid of that black that Captain Atom.
Yeah, I was like, you think you know it all.
I don't think I know. I'm just.
I think you're wrong about that part too. I think that thing looked like a fish or something, like a big whale.
I'm not denying it looked like a fish. I'm just saying you saw where.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go look at it once we finish this.
Okay.
But go ahead.
We got the basic, and now we're at the battle. It's humanity versus the Amazons versus the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
And the scene I want to get to I missed one scene. Grifter and his resistance meets Lois Lane.
Oh,
so they find out Lois, is a spy from Steve.
Yeah, she's a different Lois Lane too. She run around with that gun.
I mean, her father was the general. She said he raised her to,
Yeah.
But she didn't want you, so.
Yeah, she definitely doing her thing, and that's we're going.
Don, saying he was ready to be letting himself be seen. He said, "I'm a helper." Knowing that will draw Barry there.
Yeah.
He saved her, and then immediately after, a few seconds after, Grifter and his renegade show up. You have Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, not Dr. Frankenstein. What's the one? What's the one who can change between them with the drink of a chemical?
Estrogen?
No, he's like Dr. Jekyll's in Mr. Hyde.
What was that? Piper?
No, it was the actual Dr. Jekyll's in Mr. Hyde.
Oh, he was there?
He was also in Mr. Hyde form.
Oh, okay.
That weird bug lady, the woman with the long hair.
Because I thought it was Shade.
No, that was Cyborg's team on the other side.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
And then...
Because there was so much mixed up people.
I think they were all working together, but one was more on the front lines and one was more just helping.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Black Manta,
is working with Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Like, this one thing.
And then some of the people, because Wonder Woman, somebody was with her as one of her enemies on regular, like the regular canon stuff, right? Because who you say was with her?
Artemis.
Artemis and who else? Somebody else right there?
Artemis is
a bunch of them.
Artemis is always loyal to
No, I ain't talking about Artemis, but I'm talking about there's a bunch of people in there. Then
I can go I can go through it frame by frame and see who.
Yeah, because they had so many characters on different sides.
You know, it was
and then some of their uniforms.
Because they had like Ice Cool Jr. and like you really have to go through it again with like some good comic knowledge and really study all these people. But basically, where was that? Oh yeah, he shows up, right? Rifter. And my man, the great Etrigan. I don't know if his rhyming and stuff.
Yeah.
He took on Cerberus, despite the 3-headed dog by himself.
Yeah, he was beat. That's what I said. He can fly, right? Or he just jump high?
No, he can fly, I think.
Oh.
And he had all that hellfire and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, that's probably why you fight Cerberus. They're from the same place. But anyway, they started this big battle, right? No, my bad. Now we get to the big battle, right? And my favorite scene of the battle.
What's that?
It starts off with Aquaman and Wonder, they're throwing each other through buildings. Like we said, I never should love you. You never did, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're all fake, hateful talk. And then Batman, Cyborg, and Flash come in and they wreck Aquaman.
Flash. They split him in half, right?
No. Remember Flash, he's doing that thing where they punch you real fast?
Oh, yeah, it was beating his body.
Batman's he's just unloading all his line.
And somebody shooting with the
laser Cyborg.
Cyborg, yeah.
I think it would have worked if, they had a little more help.
Yeah.
I don't know how he broke it.
I just don't understand. Aquaman, well, he kind of strong, but I don't see him be that strong.
He's not that strong. I think Cyborg could easily,
Yeah, I guess it's just to
make him seem
timeline. More. I mean, I don't know.
That also kills me. That this one event, Flash mom dying, changed everything.
Yeah.
Like Aquaman, Superman, where he lands Batman, like all of his friends.
That's what I said. So maybe Aquaman got stronger because he was raised in Atlantis the whole time. Maybe his training and stuff was probably because he was from a kid.
Did his mom take him from the dad, or was he never born with his dad though?
That's another thing I don't know.
Was he born as the actual son of that terrible king?
She went back pregnant with him, and he was raised under water, trained like a Atlantean soldier the whole time. Because he wasn't trained when he was with his dad. He came into that later, his fighting.
I mean, he knew how to fight. Though.
I mean,
he
didn't really know how to fight. He just knew he had superpowers.
He's not like Mira, who's someone really.
No, I just knew he. Because on that wall, is that wall?
No, that's Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah, he just super strong. He already know it. He drinking all and be drunk all the time and could throw a dude from here all the way to the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm just saying, Mira, she was more one of their assassins.
Yeah, because she was down there trained as a soldier.
By the queen.
Yeah. So if he was down there being trained from a baby all the way up, he'd be something different too.
So you're saying that might have
made why he was so extra strong.
One little thing, and all these dominoes.
But they say ripple effect.
And basically, Batman fights Black Manta, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Manta whooped Batman because his suit, is super strong.
Yeah, like his suit.
Bulletproof,
but it ain't bomb-proof.
Surprisingly, out of everything, it's not bomb-proof.
I don't know how they got there with bombs.
I'm just saying, I would think since, Atlantis is really under, they say at the bottom.
You keep talking about the pressure? I mean, his suit might be made for the pressure. That's why I can stop the bullets.
Batman teams up with Griffer, the boy blunder.
Yeah, that's what he called him.
No, he didn't. He called him boy blunder or like boy stupid or something.
He said he disrespected him. Whatever
he definitely did, but
called him.
It reminded me of this version of Jason or something. And he's not Jason.
Because he got guns?
No, I'm saying the red. I mean, actually, no, that would be good. He reminds me of Jason. He came first. He'd be like their Red Hood.
I mean, I don't think he reminds me of Jason.
I'm pretty sure all the Robins are dead at this point.
Grifter's a clown. That's why he said
he's working with Lucius right now.
But that's why Batman called him
boy stupid.
Yeah, boy blunder, whatever he called him.
He's the goddamn Batman. And basically they blow up Manta and fill him with
Yeah, Batman put that bomb on him, blow up his mask.
And they said hello to their little friends.
And they just shot him all in his face about 50 times. You
Goodbye.
see that blood shooting out his face? I said, God. They got graphic with this one.
We get to Eobon and Barry's fight. I also like that in superhero movies sometimes.
What?
You know, where they just show them go somewhere and you just hear like you see walls blowing up, you know.
Oh, when they running through the building, it's like they might be bouncing off the wall.
I always liked that with, like, you know, Superman movies or like Batman movies, you know, where you don't see action, you just like see the building.
The effects from what they doing. You know.
And that was fun because I always used to feel that and like, oh, they must be doing this.
Yeah, you can imagine whatever you want them to be doing, basically.
And so Flash and him is keeping up, right? And it's real cool because throughout the battle you just see how.
Yeah, sometimes it slow down. They moving so fast, but it slow it down for you, and you get to see the punches.
Eventually, Eobon stabs him in the leg with like one of those rod things and
he tricked Barry. See, because he did with Batman again. What Batman told Barry, don't let your emotions get in the way. So Barry wasn't thinking; he was just fighting with anger, and that's why he was able to flip it, grab Barry, throw him through that wall. Stuck that rod through his leg, and
then that's really when the fight ended.
It was over after that. He just started playing with
Then, he started throwing him through pieces of the building, which left.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this. I think this was showing when Barry fell, the battle fell, kind of like, you know, Shazam, all the. Wonder Woman pulled an Anakin.
Yeah, Wonder Woman made them turn back into the kids,
and she murdered
all their throats.
She pulled Anakin. Then you see Grifter just. I'll give Grifter this. You know, he's taking all those arrows. He's taking down everyone who shoots him.
Everybody.
I mean, the lady literally shot him through the brain. He went and died.
Yeah, the last one. He killed everyone that shot him with an arrow.
Funny thing though, you never see X-Men die. You see him fight. You see him take down that dog, but he never dies.
Yeah, but you know he died when that white
thing started. He's a devil, so can't he just go back to?
I don't know, but he want to come back here. He need that other half.
And Jason might. Can Jason go with him?
I don't know.
But basically, everyone dying. And the funny thing happened right now. The entire time, Tom McWayne.
But nah, that ain't the. But see, that's like when Wonder Woman, because all that's happening.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman.
That's why we know they love each other. She chopped with Arthur arm off.
No,
Superman shot it off with the beam
after he killed
Well, he was killing Cyborg.
He ripped everything out, showing
he was about to stab him in his heart.
The only thing that we can see that
in his brain, like you said, probably the only two human things he got left, and some of his facial features. But
he basically tore him apart.
Yeah, Superman shot his arm off.
Did he push him away? Did he punch him? Yeah, I think he punched him away.
Yeah, he punched him too.
And that's how he got to Diana.
Yeah, Diana came.
Ran him through.
Put that sword through him. He pressed the button to blow up the world.
The scientist was the funniest. I don't know why he was like running slow and stuff.
He waited it down to try to save the guy.
You might as well.
Could have saved him hours ago.
You would have died, but you might not die.
He might have could have saved the world.
He wouldn't have blown up. So they would have still had a chance.
And then.
But Adam blew up, and I'm pretty sure that meant the entire Earth's surface is gone.
But that's how I knew Wonder Woman and
Aquaman
love each other. Because after she stabbed him, and she seen the world blowing up, she went and hugged him.
And blew up with
him. Held him and died. Well, I don't know if she blew up. Well, they
she
turned into dust.
disintegrated.
Yeah, all of them was disintegrating. But it got to your part now.
I actually don't like that scene with Cyborg. It kind of made me feel sad when I was younger. Just seeing him turn off after him and Superman's a friend.
Yeah.
And Superman just sits there with him as a...
Yeah, Superman died with him.
He was a real friend.
Too.
Yeah. Even though he knew him for probably a few hours, he was a real friend.
Yeah, this man came in here and saved me. Nobody else let me out.
They saved me.
I mean, but he was at Cyborg because Cyborg was being nice.
The funniest thing also, this whole entire time, Zoom's laughing. He's like, "You hero, you," and stuff like that.
And he's like, Zoom, we're gonna, everybody gonna die. He said, it's worth it.
Again.
As long as I get to make sure you die, I'm happy.
I'm actually pretty sure that he probably could have seen Barry die and just ran off.
Yeah, that's what he thought he was gonna do. Yeah.
But it's my next scene.
The sharpest man in the world.
Oh, he wasn't that sharp.
No, yes, he was.
Oh, you're talking about my man.
No, I'm talking about Thomas.
Yeah. So that entire time, Thomas bleeding out.
Yeah, because we forgot he got shot when they killed
and one of those tanks blew up near him.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Splash shades have been put in that cafe.
Yeah, but the thing shot him first.
Your man's gonna kill me. He's just sitting in there at a cafe making himself a latte.
Yeah,
in the world.
Waiting for Barry. But go back to the end part, like you said.
But so Thomas, this entire time, like I said, he can be like Bruce, quietly, secretly, just sneaking around the building, right? Doesn't even get seen, make a noise.
But that's another thing. Before you just say that, that's why I don't like these things. Ichabod, you was talking too fucking much. Fuck letting Barry see all that shit burn up, kill his ass.
Like
and
you
get
said,
them moving.
He's Stockholm. Not Stockholm. He's he needs to see it.
I mean, and so, still, like you say,
and plus he thinks there's no one who's gonna stop him.
I mean, for all that, I could have ran you closer to the thing and then ran back.
He probably wants to see it come close enough. Then he can just
because he want to talk. See, if he just was about business, he would have.
He's like Joker. Joker's not about.
He could have took one of the metal rods while he was standing on Barry.
And push his
chest and put it right through his head.
But like you said, he's like Joker. He wants you there, but he wants to see he did it, and so.
Yeah, but go ahead, finish.
And Batman, his brain was like a bagel, right? And Batman made a donut.
Yeah.
And put.
He said a bagel. Both of them got holes in the middle.
A bagel has hole in it.
Yeah, a bagel got a hole in the middle.
Oh well, a full bagel, and Batman made it into a donut. And he just...
knocked all this. You could look straight through his head.
And you could see Batman. The brain and everything.
You could see Batman straight through his head.
Mm-hmm. And then Batman collapsed since, like I said, he was bleeding out the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably was drinking, making it... Was that like push his blood out?
Yeah, I'm talking about he was probably drinking earlier, so... he always drinking, so, when you drink it...
I thought he took a sip after...
more, so it pumped more blood, so he probably was bleeding.
I thought he took a sip after Barry sat down in the cafe. But anyway,
I don't remember.
But he's like, run, Barry, run, stop this. And he's like, here, give this letter to my son. And he dies. And Barry, he starts, he first, his legs still stab. And then, his super... healing started kicking in.
Because now Zoom dead, so it ain't two people containing the Speed Force. So I
didn't think it was two people. I thought it was Zoom somehow found a way to, shove him out of it.
No, but remember Barry said, I can't get to my top speed. He said it must be another speedster in this thing, remember? Mm-hmm. And then he didn't see it until Zoom told him. That's why I let you see me with Lois Lane. I knew you was watching. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, you get to running super fast, and as you see in once he break into the Speed Force, he see himself. He chasing himself down, the one that's about to go save his mom from getting murdered.
And he stops him,
tackling him,
and he ceases to exist.
Mm-hmm.
He goes see his mom, and he goes see Batman.
Well, he goes to her gravesite, put the flowers down.
And then he
said, "I finally got what you told me."
And I found the funniest with Batman. Batman is basically like, yeah, sure, at all, sure. Yeah. He's like, sure, it happened.
Barry telling him everything that happened. Batman like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then Barry goes
about fixing his little bet belt.
Mm-hmm. And Barry goes, I think he's like, this is my father's handwriting.
Yeah, while he looking through his little magnifying glass, he put it right up under there. He said, "Oh yeah, that's my dad's handwriting."
And Barry gives the look like, yeah.
Yeah, now, yeah.
And Bruce started crying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's still getting that look like, yeah, I did that.
No, but Bruce did man up. He said, "Man, yeah,
you're one hell of a messenger."
Yeah.
And then Barry gives him the little salute. And he runs off.
All ass.
Mm-hmm. And that's the end of the movie.
That's why I like that quote what Thomas say. What he say? He said, the only way to see the world, what he say? What he say? Damn, I forgot what he said. He said the only way to save the world is to stop this world from existing.
Yes.
Yeah. So he had to get back on. That's why he told Barry. That's what made Barry hurry up and get on this good foot. But
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell.
For that notification, yeah.
And comment down below the next one you want to see. Alright, people?
Oh, yeah. We got the Woman King.
Yes, that's coming next.
Mm-hmm.